Hello, my name is Anthony Donahue. In October of 2019, my little sister Gianna, who was 20 years old at the time, had a massive stroke. On that morning, we rushed her to the hospital at 6 in the morning, and by 8:30 in that morning, she was in brain surgery. 10 days later, after a massive stroke with the whole left side of her body paralyzed, we found out that she had a rare form of brain cancer called glioblastoma. The day we found out she had glioblastoma, we also found out that she could potentially have 9 months to live, but we still fought it. We did chemo, we did radiation, and during that time, she was also doing physical therapy to recover from a stroke. The grind was absolutely unreal, but between my sister, myself, and many loved ones, we were up for the challenge. When it got to about February or March, when my sister started to get weaker and they said she could come home from the hospital, the wonderful folks at New York Presbyterian Children's Hospital, who we've had a relationship with for over 10 years, recommended MJHS Children's Hospice. And it's funny, when you hear Children's Hospice, nobody thinks of Children's Hospice. You know why? Because nobody thinks of children dying. When you think hospice, you think people that are 90 years old. You don't think about the kids. But MJHS, I am so thankful we had them. So when my sister came home in early March, boy, did she come home at a crazy time. Between her sickness and then all of a sudden the world stops. COVID happens, the pandemic starts, and we had the wonderful folks at MJHS coming in our house every day. Our nurse, Verna, our social worker, Melissa, absolutely incredible. Obviously, hospice, you know it's towards the end. So when it got to about, I'd say June, Verna and Melissa sat me down to talk about her potential passing. Where was I comfortable with her passing? At home, the hospital. Also, my sister gave me all legal rights. So my sister Gianna didn't have to make any decisions. But she eventually passed on August 29th. And we spent the last 3 months of her life in the hospital. But when I think back to those 3 months from March to June, when we had MJHS, I would have lost my mind. My sister would have lost her mind if we didn't have Verna and Melissa from MJHS, because the world was ending outside. Everything was going on with COVID, the protests, the this, the that, and their support was absolutely incredible. After my sister passed away, I was introduced to the amazing Elizabeth from MJHS, who's been my grief counselor. I speak to her once a week, and I can make a case that Elizabeth has helped save my life. She always says the right thing. Even when I'm feeling down or I'm mad at myself about things, she always understands and then explains to me why I shouldn't feel that way. And I am so thankful for Elizabeth. I am so thankful for Verna. I am so thankful for Melissa. Without that amazing trio, I don't know where I'd be right now. They've had our backs. Now it's time for us to have theirs. Whatever you can to help support or donate is greatly, and I mean greatly, appreciated.